Hello there, Capricorn. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And this reading's going to be for Capricorn for November of 2017. Your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Now, I got a little announcement to make before I start the reading, and it's that the prayer class I told you about all the way back in July is up and running. There's a little short video out there about it. It's on the website, and I think it's on YouTube too. It's about 5 minutes long or something that explains everything about it. And I want to say thanks to everybody because I didn't even announce it in October. Everybody that's purchased it so far, and to Tony and Lisa especially, and all of you that sent me messages, but Tony and Lisa left me a phone message that was really, really kind, and it made it all worthwhile sitting here for 2.5 hours trying to get it all done for you. And say thank you to my husband Jeff. I am totally computer illiterate, and he's about 5 steps above me, and he worked his butt off, but he got it out there for you finally, and I'm real happy with it. If you want to know something about it, just go over the website, or like I said, there's a little YouTube video explaining it. Well, what I've done for us for the month is I've laid 4 cards. I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month, and we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for you. Watch your moon sign and your rising sign. You'll get a bigger overall view of the month if you know what those are. It just sometimes a sun sign just doesn't resonate for the month. And because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. So all of you Capricorns out there are now named Frankie for the time of this reading. I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us this month, and it's going to be in our 11th house, and that's anything to do with your friends, social acquaintances, things like that, any new acquaintances that come into your life, uh, all the income that comes from your business, like your work, um, everything you hope and wish for. It said any clubs that you belong to that relate to your career or your work. And also it said something about foster children, stepchildren, and adopted children all come in this house. Well, I got to tell you, Capricorn, with our words we got here before we start the reading, as with the cards we got here. When I laid them and I just got up and walked out of here, did something, came back in to start up the video, I got one extra word for us, and I have an extra card for us, so we get a plus this month. Our words are trust, balance, depth, celebration, which I like, which is a good card, faith, and our extra word was birth. And you're going to be surprised when I get into this reading because our extra card kind of goes exactly along with all of these words too. So we not only got, instead of normal 5 words I give for us, we have got an extra card. So we have 6 cards instead of our 5. So, and the thing I want to say before I start the reading is with those words trust, balance, and depth, and faith in here, I want to say first and foremost that we should be very careful this month to not get involved with anything that's not right for us. What I want to say is if it seems too good to be true, it is. Okay? So really use your discernment this month. Make sure that you don't do things that totally go against your best interest. That's what I really wanted to say, because those are things that we have to avoid this month. So, and especially so with those words in there, and this is in the house of friendships, which can make it difficult if our friends saying, hey, guess what, Capricorn, I got a deal, and we're like, yeah, wow, that could be a little bit tough on us. So look at things and the future with the glasses off, the rose-colored glasses, very realistically. It's like conserve money, you know, do the things that we have to do that are appropriate. If something seems too good to be true, it is. Cut it right off. Remember, trust, balance, depth, and faith gives us our celebration. Maybe it's that last word. You know what to do. Our bottom card on the deck here is the Hermit card, and this is an excellent card for us to get because it's showing that we are being called to go within, to look at our inner guidance. Sometimes when we get this card, we know we're being called to go within, to look at that inner guidance, and we are ignoring it. So Spirit's saying, go within this month to sort through things. So it's like all relationships, because this is a general reading and it is in the 11th house. So partnerships, career relationships, associates at work, things like that. If there's anything going on, take some time. Go within, trust yourself, get yourself in balance, go deep, that word depth, within. Have faith in that inner guidance. Because when the Hermit shows up, we know that we can trust our intuition above all. But we have to ask. So ask, go within, and then all doors to possibilities will be opened to us. And that's income-wise, drawing closer perhaps to friendships, meeting new people, new acquaintances, reasons to have, celebrate, that kind of stuff, and maybe income increases from work or job. So with the Hermit card, maybe we're being offered, some of us, because these are general readings, I don't know, is this going to come down in our love life? I think for a lot of us it just might come within love life. But if it's in a career path or a career choice, right, go within. If I'm being offered a new position, is it valuable to me? Or is it one of those, if it's too good to be true, it is, and it's just going to increase my workload, and what do they call that? Lateral move, no more money for it. Hermit will tell us the truth of that situation, because our next card is the Two of Wands, rods in this deck. I didn't figure why you changed the word, Two of Rods, Two of Wands. This is a card of making a decision or choice. Twos are usually that. But when you have the Two of Wands here, the decision comes with something unexpected. It's like, wow, I didn't know that was coming. So it would be like as if what I talked about with the lateral move, with this in the job with the Hermit card. Okay, it could be, oh, I'm going to get this wonderful new promotion, and I get the name plaque that goes with it, but guess what? There's no raise. It's just more work, right? So, or I'm going to purchase a new house. Guess what? The first bank loan fell through. I decided I'm going with that bank and not that bank, and I go over there, 2 days before the purchase, and that loan didn't go through, or someone didn't do the paperwork. It would be like an unexpected complication, and not that all of us are going to buy new houses. It's like that unexpected thing I didn't see. So when we get the Two of Wands, always have a backup plan. And that backup plan is what this Hermit card is good for. So if I applied for a loan at one bank, I'd apply at two, okay? And I'd be sure of the second one, because when we have the Two of Rods, we know the choice we make is going to be the right choice for us, and it's going to turn out to our benefit. So if we had the other bank on the line. It's for our benefit. We call them up. They say, oh yeah, we already got the paperwork ready. We're good to go. We're out the door. You know, nothing stops me. If I was going to go choose between, let's say, I need a new business partner, right? And I have 2 or 3 options, choices to make. I would choose one and then option number 2, and I give the choice and I say, oh, I want you for my business partner, and they say, sorry, I already got somebody else. I'm going in the same kind of business. It would be one of those, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So that second choice would have been the right one to take, because I had, how do I want to put this? I had already, like, or the person that I had chosen has already shown me who they are right up front. They backed out of the deal before we even got forward with the deal. But this is a good card, because he's looking out. In most of the cards, this globe here that looks kind of like the sun or the moon usually looks like holding the earth in his hand, and he's looking out at the water. You don't even see it in this card, but I'll show you something that really fascinates me about this card. He's looking out at the water. He's not looking out at the water here, but normally it means my ships are coming in. You know, it's right there in front of me. It's coming to me. But in this particular version of the card, the other rod, here you can see it right here. There's the hand of God. The hand of God is holding this other rod. Both of his hands are used. Here's the hand of God, like you see on the aces when the cup is coming out of the clouds, or you know, the wand is coming out of the clouds. That's the hand of God. It's a yes answer. So God is in on, or source, whatever you want to call it. I call it God because it's easier for me. It's just the way it comes out of my mouth. Source, universal energy, whatever, is behind that unexpected thing that's going to benefit me much better. So trust it, Capricorn. If we get that little rocking and rolling in there, you know, we're all ready, we've got it, and we have faith in it, and we trust it, and we get kicked in the butt, there's another option. So don't panic. Now here's the next way. They're saying with that too, make sure you pay attention and get valuable or good ways to increase income also, you know, because here's how the next 2 cards showed up, and they were stuck together. We have the Ace of Cups, and behind the Ace of Cups is the Knight of Rods. So that is in itself, the Knight of Rods is the messenger card. He brings us good news. He brings us good news about work, good news about social contacts, good news like bonuses, promotions, raises, new love affairs, right? It could be a younger person bringing us the news, could be bringing us the news about the promotion. Maybe it's our boss that's a little younger than us or whatever. But remember, with this card, our word trust and faith comes up. Because if there's anything that a knight is, it can be male or female. It will be a fire sign sometimes, but these are general readings. Be anything. Fire sign is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's bringing me this news, right? But it's good news. So remember that 2 of Wands. Remember this Knight of Wands was hiding underneath the Ace of Cups, hiding there. And that in itself, this can be like news somebody get, or even for ourselves, news that we're going to get married, engaged, you know, all those really nice things that come along with that. He could bring, and I'm going to say it now before I say it, he can bring an announcement of a birth coming, right? And we have the word birth. He can bring an announcement that has to do with a fresh new start, fresh new beginning, which is our Ace of Cups. Whoops, I'm knocking the computer off the table. Here's our hand of the source. Again, coming down out of the clouds. If I can get the light off of there, this is spirit, our connection to the source. We're being handled really good fresh start in relationships and emotional things. This can be the birth of a child, like our word birth, but it also can be the birth of something I've been waiting for, planning for, maybe one of my goals, new job, the new partner, or maybe new partner as in love partner also, or it can be rekindled relationships, maybe things, friendships, partnerships that were going flat and sour. It's an opportunity and a chance for them to grow and flourish, is what I'm being told. Grow and flourish. So even though they're telling us with that too, they keep saying to me, look to ways to increase income that are not those, if it's too good to be true, it is type opportunities with this, because with this we can have a new baby. So like I said, you know what to do there, Capricorn. We know what to do if we don't want a new baby, but if we do, this is the month when we could either be delivering the baby or the baby's being conceived, which is a fun thing too. There you go. Except for all the diapers and stuff afterwards. Don't look at me, guys. I'm old. It's like this is fresh. Everything's starting new. Maybe a friendship that was going down the tubes, or maybe a relationship with a coworker at work that was just not so hot. We can bring things back into balance, right? So have that word, that faith and trust. And the faith and trust only comes from going within. It's nothing we usually find out, knowledge in the physical plane, that gives us that knowing. And yet guys know what I mean by that word, knowing. It's like, I know in my heart this is the right thing. I know in my heart my ship is coming in. I know in my heart the message I'm getting is good. I know in my heart that it's right to prepare with the second option, so I don't get stopped or tripped up anywhere along the way, because the next card here is the Queen of Pentacles. This light in here today is bad. It's freezing cold and dreary outside. We have the Queen of Pentacles. It can be a he or she. These are general readings, but it's Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. We have shown up in our own reading, and that is a really fortunate thing. So this can be us showing up in our own reading. And what did they tell us about improving our income? Don't fall for the get rich quick scheme, don't go against our own interest. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. The Queen of Pentacles knows this, and she stands within it. She knows money as something to utilize wisely. She doesn't worship it, but she knows how to use it. When the Queen of Pentacles distributes money, so if I'm looking for that loan, he or she, king or queen, if I'm looking for that loan, this may be the other bank officer, they would be predisposed towards me to give me the things that I want, but they want to see what the money they give is going to be utilized in appropriate manners. They want to see that they got right results, or if they gave the money, it went to good use. If it was a loan and we're paying off our bills, we paid off all of our bills, right? Those kind of things. That goes along with her. But the fact that we're in our own reading shows me that makes the reading even more relevant for this month. More relevant because we are within our own reading. So if it's a situation, it would be calling on us to wisely use our money, because the money that comes with the Queen of Pentacles usually is brought forward by their own effort. You know, that's why they want to see it go to good use. They've worked really hard, amassed whatever they've amassed a lot of time, so they don't just throw it away. You know, like, oh, here, take it, here's $5 grand, here, you know. So if it's the person that's going to give me something, all well and good. We're in our own reading. We have the Knight that could come in here, the Knight of Rods, bringing us that announcement. We also have the King of Swords as our final card. And if there's anything that has depth for it, it's the King of Swords. Usually he's all armed up for battle. He's very just, honest, straightforward person, right? Very straightforward. He has that sword, and if you can see it, it's tipped in blood. So he's not afraid to use it if he has to. But he's wise enough to only use the sword if he has to. Now, if this is a person in our life, male or female, right? It's going to be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type person, or Aquarius type nature, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type nature coming in, you know, or we could be called upon to use those air sign qualities. Now, he can be a professional person. It could be the banker I'm dealing with. It could be a lawyer I'm dealing with. He could be a new love interest. He could be a renewed love interest, like renewed, you know, maybe the old one came back, or the love I have right now is very stagnant. He could bring this back in, but this dude, lady, whatever, because they're general readings, can speak, think eloquently and on their feet. It's like mental acuity, you know. And how can you put forth the words, which I'm not putting forth right now? How can you put forth the words unless you know them at a heart and soul level when you speak? He speaks clearly and concisely at all times. He knows his stuff. He's done his research. He knows what he's doing. So if he was talking to the Queen of Pentacles here, you know, and she was, let's say, he either or could be loaning me the money. It's the only example I can think of right now. He would have done all the research in order to influence her appropriately so that she'd be on board with what he wanted to do. Okay? Now, it doesn't have to be like that, but he could be our new boss at the job. Remember, birth is one of our words. It was an extra word. Celebration is. He could be, we just cut the ties with the old job, and we are not making a lateral move because the big nameplate didn't, like, excite us, you know. And we decided, well, if that's all you can give me, I'm starting a new job. I'm going fresh. I got this the Ace of Cups in here. And I got this Knight of Rods who's bringing me a good message, you know. And I'd go for it and I'd take it because we had that extra word. Spirit doesn't give us that for no reason. And if there's one person you can trust, it would be this King of Swords here. He'd be trustworthy, just like that Knight. That's the one thing we can count on. Trustworthy, loyal. He is he's a defender, he's trustworthy, he's loyal, he doesn't use the sword unless he has to, right? So they're saying to us, don't get, well, for one thing with him in here, don't get any fights that you don't have to get into, any kind of like, arguments, fights, things like that, because this can come out, this sword, and we can use it inappropriately because we aren't really thinking at that moment. That's why they're calling the Hermit is the overall view of the month. So sometimes with the Hermit too, we withdraw from society. All of our friendships, we'll turn off the phone. That's one of those go within at all costs kind of cards. And they said we might have been ignoring it, but now's the time where it's worth being pushed on us, kind of. But this is a good month. I mean, because this guy can speak for herself. They just said, just like that, they said, Frankie, say, speak for himself. Speak for himself, because when he's right, he knows he's right. He's a king. There's no one above him other than the emperor. Think of it like that. He takes his orders from the emperor, not from the knight. It's like, this is like excellent. So if I was looking at this as career, I don't think I'd want to do the lateral move without the pay. I think I might want to go to the new company. If I was looking at this in a love situation and I had two choices, there was two partners that I just really liked, I would use that too, right, to make the wisest choice for myself. And if the other person might look too good to be true, they are. It's not. So I'd really look at that, Capricorn, because this is a birth word is up here with that Ace of Cups here in front of us and the lotus flower, wisdom, knowledge, trust, faith, balance, depth within that lotus. It's just, if it was that, it could be new marriage to someone who's strong, financially secure. If I was going into a new marriage, making the right choice. I cannot make a right choice with faith and trust in myself unless I use the Hermit card, unless I go within and do that. So don't get yourself so busy this month. We don't want to get so busy this month that we forget to go within, okay? Because these are all beneficial cards. Will come down in different areas of our life for each one of us. And another thing about that Queen of Pentacles is she has a very stoic, is the word they're saying to me. I think that's the word. What do you think? Look on her face. She doesn't dump all of her cards out on the table for everybody to see. She literally, how did that happen? I don't know if they want us to have that card. I really don't, Capricorn, but I'm going to tell you what it said. Release and surrender. I don't know. This is the card that showed up, Shower of Abundance, and I think that was in maybe the last reading I did. Anyhow, I'll read you what it says. I don't know if I re-pulled it. It might mean abundance comes in all forms. The other one is release and surrender. I actually wasn't paying. Boy, it's really bad lighting in here today. But release and surrender. This shower of abundance one really goes with that, with the celebration, with if it's coming in finances, and abundance comes in all ways. I mean, it can be the birth of the child, the right bank loan that's better for me, lower interest rate, new job that's not just a lateral move and giving me more work instead of more benefit. It says to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries and concerning money, and we'll guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance as we work together. Your financial situation will heal as fast as you allow. Will heal as fast as June if it looks too good to be true. It is. It is too good to be true. Just remember that. I'll read you what they both say. I know we're going over. This card is a sign that your prayers about finances have been heard and answered. The more you can listen to and follow your gut feelings right now, the quicker you will experience improvements in your financial situation. The additional meanings are coins you're finding lately, loving signs from your angels and departed loved ones, an unexpected financial windfall. Boy, with that Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in there, and that Two of Rods. That's really highly possible. Unexpected financial windfall is coming to you. Give any financial fears to your angels. Follow any guidance you receive, as it could be an answered prayer about your finances. Abundance can take on many forms, including having more time, opportunities, or clear ideas. Let me look. I, I think I pulled that one and didn't even realize I was pulling it. This other one here, release and surrender, would go right along with the Hermit. It's you got an extra word, an extra card in the layout, and now two angel cards. I think they're telling us something, Capricorn. This release and surrender card says, we shower you with blessings of our radiant light. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our loving assistance. The angels bring this card to you because you've been trying to fix this situation single-handedly. They love to help you and answer your prayers, but first you need to surrender and release the situation. Surrender simply means that you're tired of struggling. It means emotionally letting go with faith that divine wisdom of spirit, which includes your higher self, can do a better job. That's our word, faith and trust. Surrender doesn't mean you're giving up or that you want to be controlled, although through surrender you will be assured of a better outcome. If you need help with surrender, ask the angels to assist you. And it says, don't worry about how your prayer will be answered. Let God figure out the details. Be willing to ask for help. Release tension and the need to control, and the things will go better. Avoid power struggles in your relationships. Simply own your power and you won't have to fight for it. Well, Capricorn, that was an interesting reading this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes and your comments. I read each and every one of them. I don't get a lot of time to write you back, but I really, truly appreciate them all. And to anyone who wants to just know more about me, my mouth's not working today. If anyone wants to know more about me, all the information is there at the website for you to go over and nab if you want to, or see the video on the prayer class that explains it. And to anyone who wants to set an appointment with me, all the information is there at the website, which is in the About section over this video somewhere. And to everybody I've met through doing these YouTube videos, and to all of you I've met through 28 years of doing readings, I want you all to know it's an honor and a privilege to have served you all, and hopefully I will see you here next month. Bye-bye.